if you could build anything, make anything that you wanted to, if you had the money to do so, what would it be?
If I had the money to do so,
Mm-hmm.
what would it be? Can I give two answers?
Of course.
All right. First answer, selfishly for me,
Okay.
if I had the money to build it, I would honestly probably build like a studio. Not just a dance studio, but just like a studio for whatever creating needs that like I may need, like whether it be, a room for editing where I have the best computers to go through 3D rendering and everything like that, to even, big rooms and sets of like of different things that like I want in the background and stuff like that, and like having the money for buying actors and stuff like that. Like if I had the money, I would probably just make a whole like movie set and just like what are they called? Like Warner Brothers?
Like a production studio?
Yeah, just a production studio. Yeah, for
Interesting.
like anything and all things that like I may think of or that I want to put my time into.
Mm-hmm.
Like because I still think we need a Static Shock movie, but that's just me.
Honestly, though, we got Blue Beetle, and we still haven't gotten Static Shock.
Exactly. So, but yeah, now that's just my selfish wish. Now, second answer, I would probably, with the amount of money in the world that I may have, I think I would love to do something for like the community with my money. Like whether that be, you know, in a new library here and there, or like a new school, or even a college where like kids don't got to worry about tuition. Like literally, the only thing you need to pay me back with is just giving me a picture of that degree that you're going for. Like probably just like, yeah, something like that. Just free college for people, free education for people. Because I mean, at the end of the day, money is power, but like the only way to get to money is to have the knowledge.
What? Well, first of all, those are great ideas, and the reason that I posed that is I wanted to ask you: do you think you're working towards either of those two?
Mm, I think the first one seems more up my alley at the moment
Mm-hmm.
of what I'm wanting to do. And I think the second one would be something for later
Mm-hmm.
if the first one works out or when the
Yeah.
first one. No, you know what? No more negative
No more
words.
if. It's
When
when the first one works
when the
out.
first one
Then
works
I'm gonna move
out.
on to the second one.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
another mindset change. Like
Yeah.
telling myself stop with like all the negative. Like I can't do it
Yeah.
yet. Add
Mm-hmm.
yet at the end.
I always add yet or
Yeah.
well, I do like to think I like that question because it takes the weight of money off the plate and says, just what do you want to do? But then I think about it, like when somebody gives me an answer that seems kind of realistic or achievable, and then in my head I'm
Mm.
like, so why aren't you working towards it? Or are you working towards it? I shouldn't say why not. Are you working towards it? When my friends ask that question of me, I think the thing that came to mind, the thing that stays in my mind is I want to build something that benefits all of my friends. So like for me it was initially when I had this thought like 2024 year end, I was like I want to make a company that all my friends can come work at and they can just do whatever they want. Like whatever their like aim is, they just join the company and they can go do what they want. Um and that kind of more evolved into like I think it would be cool if I had the funds to fund my friends' dreams. I was like I think that would be cool. Um whether it's hey you need resources like people, I can connect you with the people you need. Hey, you need like a 10K investment to get this thing started up, boom, here you go, give me like 3% after the first like how much ever money you need to keep to get this to break even and get this thing going.
Mm-hmm.
Like oh you need like space, let's go look at a warehouse or a property or whatever it is, let's talk about that. Like I think, and maybe this is like any sort of insecurities of myself talking of like, oh, I need to provide value in order to for somebody to stay my friend or whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe it's some of that in there. I felt that in the past, but I think it's genuinely just like I don't have a lot of the times I don't want much more for myself. I'm just like, I just want to be able to help other people. And I don't know how to do that because like I said, I'm very selfish with my time. So I'm not necessarily the guy who's going to go volunteer his time, but I am the guy who will volunteer his resources. Um, and so that, and so when I thought like, okay, maybe if money wasn't a thing, I would just use money to fund my friends' goals, and then I would ask myself, are you actually working towards that? And I don't know, because if this media thing doesn't work for me, I don't know what's next. I have ideas here and there
Yeah.
that require time and effort and attention and focus and etc. But I like to ask that question and always follow it up with, so are you working towards it? I think in your case, the studio is definitely achievable. I feel like there's different levels to it though. Like if your end goal studio is level 10, I think maybe you're at level 1 or 2, right? You have a space, you have a laptop, you have a camera.
Yeah.
So you have gear. Okay, so what does it take to get to level 2? Um, I thought the
Very
same thing for
important.
like the podcast too, right? Like this is in my office space in a place in my house, but at some point I don't want to invite people to my house to have in-person podcasts. I want to be able to
Yeah.
invite them to a studio. So thinking about that, like what does that look like? Do I rent one out? Do I make one? Do I like do what? Interesting.
Very interesting. And then the second one, I feel like there goes.
Mm,
I feel
yeah,
like I'd step on a lot of probably, I wouldn't want to say like political toes trying to make an education at the collegiate level free.
I think you would, because I think you'd be going against what the status quo is of the degree.
Capitalism, anyway.
Yeah,
The status quo of
just that one
capital.
word. Just that one word.
Capital.
Because walk through this with me real quick, because I enjoy this thought experiment. A
Yeah.
free college would have to be 100% funded by donors, right? So you'd have to have people wealthy enough to fund years of one person's education, along with room, board, materials, along with salaries, all that stuff, sure. But then the value that somebody attaches to a free college degree,
Is degraded.
where does that value come from, right? Because right now the value comes from the cost of a not just, it comes from two places. One, the cost of a university also determines its monetary value, but what people do with that degree determines its value. A Harvard grad is valued more than a UTD grad, you know. Um, so I would wonder how you like what the value proposition of that is, and then I think, well, if the idea is for it to be free and low cost, that's why people have Skillshares and YouTubes and things like that, right? They just start teaching people for free, and it's low cost, medium to high effort, depending on if you want to make it super edited and produced. Um, and as long as you're trying to give people skills for them to use and and flourish with, I wonder if that goal can't be worked on sooner rather than later.